Chicas, acabamos de terminar de cenar y pensé en filmar un poquito con ustedes porque Marvin y yo acabamos de hacer booking para mi cumpleaños, que ya es historia para otro momento, pero una pregunta que ustedes me hicieron en mi Q&A fue si es que queremos tener hijos. Y esta era una pregunta que les dije que quería contestar con Marvin, así que si es que no tienen subtítulos, actívenlos ahorita. Yeah. So I'm saying that one of my most asked questions on Instagram, sometimes on YouTube, and also family members is when are we gonna have children, and if we want them at all. So I wanted to answer this question with you because I think it's like a couple thing, not just me. So yeah, here you go.
Here you go.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you want to have children?
I only know that right now I don't want to have children because we have also switched like back and forth. So I can't really say I never want to have children. I can only say right now I don't want to have children.
Yeah.
And I think it doesn't really make sense to have children super early in life, like when you're 25 or 26 or whatever. Because you can still have children when you're 30, 31, 32.
Yeah.
And then you enjoy your youth, you know, you make money now, you can travel, you can experiment, you can do whatever. And once you have a child, your hobby and your career and everything else is your child.
Yeah.
For the next 10 years at least.
Have you ever dreamed of being a dad?
No, and I think that's also a dimension. I think you should only have children.
I
Get
mean,
one.
you're blessed enough to be able to have them, because sometimes you can't even have them, right?
Yeah.
Like health-wise.
I think you should only have a child if you really, really want one. Because I feel like some people get children because they feel like they have to.
Yeah.
But a child takes up most of your time, a lot of your money, and a lot of your focus and stuff. So you have to kind of weigh it, you know, as an option. How much money and time am I willing to spend to be a parent? And if you're unsure if you even want to be a parent, then that question is answered really easily, no? You wouldn't spend that much money and effort and time on a car that you are not sure you want.
I love that you're comparing a kid with a car.
No, because for most options, if I would say this thing that is there will take up a lot of your time, a lot of your focus, a lot of money. Do you want it or not? And then people are like, I'm not sure if I want it, and they still do it. Like if you talk about anything else, that would be crazy, no?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want it, but I'm gonna spend most of my time and money on it.
No.
Doesn't make sense, you know? But for children, for some reason, they're like this. Some people have this. They feel like they have to have children, otherwise, who's gonna take care of you?
Yeah. What do you say to the statement that having children or not having children is selfish? Do you think not having children is selfish from us?
I don't even understand the question. Because you having children or not having children has nothing to do with anyone else. And your children, your future children aren't born yet. So they don't give a fuck if they're born or not.
Right.
Like, the question doesn't make sense.
But do you think it's like a selfish act to not have children?
It's also a selfish act to have children. You have children because you want them.
Yeah.
Like, you're doing it for you either way.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever said, I don't want children, but I'm gonna have one for the greater good of society and humanity. You do it for yourself.
So.
You either have children or you don't have children for yourself.
Yeah.
No.
I also think that, if I may, I also think that if you have children just because you want to have children and you have nothing figured out besides that, I think that's even more selfish than not having children. You know, because there's this concept of you don't have children so you can make money, so you can work, so you can do these things, like very materialistic, one could say, and could be seen as superficial and yeah, you know. And then you have children without having money, without having a place to live, without having any stability in life. And you have the kid because you want to have it. I think that's even more selfish, because then the kid will suffer a lot because you know,
No.
I don't know. I just think like it is such a sensitive topic, and I hope that if we want to, that we're capable of having children physically, you know, both of us are healthy. I also struggle with the idea of it being too late when we decide to have children, if we decide to have children, because as a woman, that's like a clock ticking no matter what. And as a man, it's not the same thing.
I mean, you're 28 now, and it's very safe to have children up until like your mid 30s, I would say, like 31, 32, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, that's also funny, a lot of women in corporate world that I've seen that have children, they're all like end of their 30s having kids. Not like in Peru, like 28, 29, 30. They're usually having children at around that age. Most of the women I know have had children very late in their 30s.
I think you can have children until like your 40s and 50s. I just think that it becomes less and less likely that you can get pregnant and without complications. And also, I'm not sure if you want to be
Like an old dad.
like a grandma mom, you know, where
Excuse me, you
know,
think
grandpa,
late 30s?
grandpa dad, but like if you are 35,
Yeah.
or let's say you're 40, by the time your child is 20, you're in your 60s. It's actually not too bad.
No.
Doesn't really matter.
No. For me, it's a little bit crazy, kind of like the whole marriage thing where there's a lot of societal pressure. I feel like for women especially, it's a very like pain point topic, because I've heard also of a lot of companies not hiring people or not hiring women. Also, like there's a stat where women don't get that much venture capital funding, because they're in the age where they could potentially have children or they could potentially get pregnant, and they just don't get as much VCs investing on those companies only because of that. And there is a disadvantage for women, I think. I mean, this is a whole other topic, but I think there is a whole disadvantage because, I mean, we've seen the stats that women never recover career-wise because they're out of the workforce for a year or two, at least in Germany. And it's very hard to come back to it. So I think there's a lot to think about, especially as a woman. And I don't like that it's very, how do you say it? Like very taboo to talk about it. I think it's the first time ever where women can decide whether they have children or not. Because back then, that's all, or most of what women did was take care of the household and have kids. And now we actually get to work, we actually get to decide whether we want to do it or not.
I think for a woman, it's definitely more of a decision. Like for men, yes, it costs money, it's a lot of effort, but we have very little to do with it when it actually comes to giving birth, you know what I mean? Like we're there to support and whatnot. But for a woman, like your whole body changes. It's also dangerous in some ways, you know? Yeah. And you go through so much, and then you're not gonna go back to work straight away.
Yeah.
I think often it's also a little bit more expected for a woman to choose between career or children.
Yeah.
Like stay-at-home dads is still very rare. I think it's more normal that once you have a couple children, the mom stays at home.
Yeah.
So
especially in Europe where nannies is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
You know, which is amazing, I think, because then the nannies get their rights and insurance and all of the things that a normal worker should get. But in Peru, for example, it's not that expensive to have a nanny. It's still a privilege, but it's not that crazy. Here, it's like a full, proper job. Like only rich people have that.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't have to overcomplicate it. Do you want to have a child or not? And right now we both say no. Right now we like having a child right now would not make my life better in any way.
Yeah.
In contrary, then I would have no time to focus on myself and work on myself. I would have to, because that's the one thing you can't do. You can't have a child and then be like, but I want to travel. I want to, you know, I want to have so much capacity for work. I want to work out every day. I want to do this and that. Once you have a child and you've made the decision, then you have a child and then you can't go back and you can't neglect the child.
Yeah.
Once
At
you have
least
a
in our
child,
opinion, right? Like,
I think
it should
morally
be,
you
yeah,
can't have a child and then don't give a fuck about it.
Of course not, but like there are some people that are, you know.
I mean, I know some people that had children, or more like parents of friends that I have. They had children, and then they were like, well, but I still want to go partying. I still want to go out. I still want to travel. I want to focus on my career. I'm never home.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one thing you can't do. Once you have a child, your priorities are below the child's priorities.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to be aware of. Then you have the cons, which is, or more like the pros. You want to be a dad. You want to have a child together. You want to be a family, etc. And the cons is all of that: money, time, self-development, blah blah.
Yeah.
Everybody has to choose on their own.
Yeah. I think it would be like the perfect situation would be able, of course, to have nannies and to be able to do both. I think as a woman, at least for me, I'm a very ambitious person, so I think for me both would be perfect, but I am very aware that I have to choose, at least for a while now.
I think the birth rate is declining in all developed countries.
Yeah.
And I think it's just because people, first of all, life has become very expensive. Life between women and men is more equal now. Women also have the career and things going on, and they don't want to drop everything.
Yeah.
And also people just kind of woke up to the idea, you know what, we can just both earn money. Our whole life is going to be a spa weekend. And we don't have to have children.
Yeah.
And it's just the more developed the country is, the less people have children.
Yeah.
And why is many factors, but yeah.
Yeah. I just really love that we are able to talk about these things very openly, because I know people that I would never be able to talk about this without them understanding my side of things. And I appreciate that we think it thoroughly, you know? It's not it sounds nice, because of course a little Marvin would like melt my heart, you know?
Yeah, that's always the thing that's like the romanticized version of it. It's always like a little us, you know? 50% you, 50% me, a little family, etc. But the reality looks very different often. Like that's still there, of course, that romantic idea. But reality is that you're gonna be swiping away pee and poo. You're not gonna sleep a whole lot. You're gonna fight with your partner a lot. It's very stressful, very taxing financially, everything. So I think there's this romanticized version of it and there's the real version of it. I'm not saying the real version isn't beautiful, but I'm saying it's not this perfect, beautiful thing from start to finish.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too.
No.
But yeah, as you can see, we are still figuring it out, and we are very much at a fence about having children at the moment, and this opinion may never change. It may stay as it is, or maybe 1 year or 1 month from now we will change our minds. We don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying all I can say is right now I don't want to have children.
Yeah.
Maybe in a year or 2 or 3 it's going to look different.
Do you want to share the decision we had last year?
You should be sure.
You don't want to?
Sure, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. So last year we were going to buy an apartment. I think we talked about this before in the videos. And we were very much in like settling down type of environment. And we were thinking of starting to try to have kids end of last year, which is crazy. And not last year, like 2 years ago, 2024. I'm still getting used to 2026. Then we decided against it. Obviously, we revisited the idea. Like we said, we were gonna, like, I think it was beginning of 2024. And then we were like, okay, maybe at the end of the year, like, let's start trying, but let's revisit before we actually do. And then we revisited. And I think there was no revisitation needed because we very much were against it at that point, right?
I think it was that phase where we were looking for apartments to buy.
Yeah.
And then we were both like very much in let's settle down kind of mode.
Yeah.
And then we said like, you know what, it wouldn't be... But
The worst idea.
You know, that's again that whole thinking, it wouldn't be that bad to have a child now.
Yeah.
But is it your absolute dying wish to have a child? That money doesn't matter, sleep doesn't matter, my hobbies don't matter. Do you want to have a child on that level, you know?
Yeah.
Because most people go like, it wouldn't be that bad now, or, you know, if it happens now, whatever. No, it's like a really important decision for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
So I think not that bad is not good enough.
I agree. I think you owe it to the kid as well
Yeah.
to want him or her as much as possible. Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's basically our view on the topic. I wanted to share because, I don't know, I really like talking about these things, as you know, and I think it's important to think this type of decisions through and not just like whatever. So that's our opinion, right? Gracias, Marvin.
You're welcome.
Las dejo porque mis padres también me están llamando y me encantaría escuchar sus comentarios, qué es lo que ustedes piensan, compartir experiencias, si es que quieren. Obviamente yo entiendo que es un tema muy delicado para muchas personas, pero pensé en simplemente compartir un poquito de lo que pensamos sobre el tema, así que aquí estamos.